The climax of a 3-day conference and opening of the high-level session to save Lake Chad from extinction. It's a culmination of technical discussions on the best possible ways to save the lake and the ecosystem in the basin. The most popular has been channeling water from River Ubangi into Lake Chad. The lake has been receding since the 1960s from 25,000 square kilometers to just over 2,005 these days. In other words, only 10% of the original lake is left. It's a grim prospect climate change portends in vast parts of Africa. Nigeria's president and his counterparts from Chad, Niger, Gabon, Cameroon and the Central African Republic are now here for a ratification and possible adoption of the plan. President Muhammadu Buhari, whose government is spearheading the efforts to save Lake Chad from further shrinkage and recover it, says the consequences of losing the lake would be dire.
The United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs reports that food security has deteriorated, with more than 7 million people in the sub-region facing the threat of famine and 500,000 children suffering from severe malnutrition. The fish varieties are long gone, leaving the fishermen jobless. See, farmers and herdsmen struggle over the little water left, and the herdsmen migrate in search of greener pastures, resulting in conflicts. Our youth are joining terrorist groups because of lack of jobs and difficult economic conditions. This has resulted in serious instability in the sub-region.
That insecurity includes 9-year-old Boko Haram insurgency that has cost tens of thousands of lives and left millions displaced in Nigeria, Chad, Niger and Cameroon. And deadly clashes between farmers and male-raiding cattle herders is also part of the scramble for resources in the wake of Lake Chad's disappearance. The lake lies in the Sahel belt that's losing an estimated 2,500 hectares of its semi-arid vegetation to desertification on an annual basis. It's a worrying trend that has drawn interest beyond those who face the immediate danger of losing their ecosystem. And that's why the Gabonese government is contributing $500,000 to the initiative and offering satellite surveillance of the Lake Chad region.
The first is the establishment of a monitoring system for Lake Chad and the surrounding landscape, which will be operated by Gabonese Space Agency. This system will collect and distribute dozens of satellite images to the experts advising to ensure that reliable, regularly updated statistics are available to deciders. We have already compiled an archive of satellite images, some dating back to 1972, to quantify and monitor the desertification and water loss of this ecosystem over a period of 40 years.
A feasibility study conducted in 2012 puts the cost of the water transfer project at $14 billion, but wider scope of restoring the ecosystem would cost more than that. Nigeria and Lake Chad had asked for $50 billion. Some of the money would go into ensuring that the practices blamed for the extinction of the lake are changed to ensure that once restored, the lake is not again threatened with extinction. Kelechi Amekalam, CGTN Abuja, Nigeria.